Hey guys, welcome to HunterBBQ live stream. Today we're going to have a casual game, I guess. The reason is because I think I will be having some of the what do you call that, holidays and some family days, and so that I try to online these few days and I'm unable to do it as well. So I think it's a very good time for me to have our live stream before the Chinese New Year's, and happy Chinese New Year's to everyone. Hope everybody is happy with this New Year's. If any one of you look at the title, yes, that is what is really happening, and that's what I try to do with this live stream as well. But it's not something okay. Someone else tried to challenge me. That's good. Okay. A lot of things to collect there. Right. Okay. Looks good. So I just say that take this time to answer most of your questions, and so that we'll be more understanding what is the situation and the status of whatever everyone is care about and of your interest as well. That's right. So I will try my best to keep everyone updated, but as you know, I'm also not know every single thing is happening. That's why I try my best to know what is really happening. So the first thing I will try to show to the stream is that the conquest ranking of our Moscow. I think every one of you already have the latest videos of how we play our Moscow from the early days until now. We are very settled down, and this is the ranking of us currently ranked on top 1. I think at the point that our lives was down to until like 8 or 7 that time on the ranking. The reason because we doesn't even have a settlement on that time. But now another 10 days extra is almost closing with the Moscow, and currently we are on the top 1. And if you notice, the last name a little bit different from what we have and what we have now. So the fighting machine, and surprisingly that record dropped a little bit more. The reason is because that doesn't have a lot of actions, and without all these actions, it's very hard to keep up the fighting point. That's why my ranking also dropped a lot, because we doesn't really have anything to war or fight. That's why I dropped a bit lower. So I just being a farmer there, but you can see the top guys, they still stay on the top, and NWT is also super active, and can see all the railroad guy getting a lot of point. One of the RF guy as well. Dr. Y on top 10, she got on top 3, and Jackie Wang on top 1. Okay, so that let's see if we have any question. I don't think there's any questions currently on my comments. So if you have question, you can just let me know. Right. Okay, so the second thing I want to show to the stream is that let's see. I'm not sure what's that. Is that mean? Settlements. We need to wait another day to get the settlement down. I think every one of you really start to busy to capture settlement as well. And you can see it's so fun to have some of the opponents try to show up for some of the funds. Then the next thing I want to show is that the ranking of Server-2. Currently you can see this is the new name that has been appointed. So I have to press this one. Alright, so we have S2H, Hope I mean, it's like Server-2 Hope. That's what they call it in the alliance name currently. And the description of this alliance is Hope for Server-2. Welcome all top fighters of Server-2, heading S2. Requirement 100% activities, and must know I'm willing to learn how to run army groups, war leaders and war commanders, diplomat, and history of S2. Okay. Equipment is speak to any R4. Okay. So I think at this point of time, I guess a lot of the leaders in the Server-2, they come to the final conclusions, and so that able to make up the the United Alliance, and so that everyone can be can be happy to prepare for the next server versus server event, like the San Francisco is coming. And most of you already know the San Francisco is already ongoing on the the testing server, and that's very interesting. That because the San Francisco will have the save soon, and so that no one will really push out of this San Francisco. Right. Then I really need to find something to do instead of my live stream. It's super boring. But currently the status everyone know that basically nothing happening in Moscow. Yep. We cover almost every single area. Yeah, basically nothing much we can do. I mean, nothing much I can do here. Let's see about our city. Right, if you can see, our city is also working on and getting some of the free travel to Washington, and also and others connection of the airport currently we are working on. And then I think the agreement, I mean the whole servers agree that giving more cities, and so that all the allies can work together and prepare for the San Francisco. Yep, you can see everyone is working on it. I mean, from previously this particular alliance doesn't really have any city, but I think everyone now is agree to work it out. Okay, this city is not even work on it, so there's still a lot of work to do. But definitely we'll be able to complete all the things. The reason is because as long the server is united and everybody is come to these conclusions, definitely it's good that finally everyone agree to work together for the one particular server, and so that everyone can be enjoy the victory, or the win and lose together, and enjoy all the fun instead of keep on fighting for something not worth fighting somehow.
You wanna shout me a drink? I don't think so, honey.
Okay, maybe I have to run some of the fight. Okay, maybe I have to challenge the top 3 guy now. And I find that, okay, I have the top 3 guy. Oops. Too bad. I pressed a little bit too quick. The reason I doesn't want to push 3 god to bottom is because really no need. I mean, I'm already top 1, so I doesn't really need that to do that. I mean, okay, this particular setup, I think it's a little bit hard to build it up, I guess. Have to do something like this, and yep, I think do something like this is much more better. Yeah. Okay, let's try it. What I try to do with this formation is that my inventory definitely will get aimed by any of the archeries, right? Okay, I should stop here. Oops. Okay. Okay, if you can see, the opponents have the best archeries. That's why I try to have my inventory to avoid the strongest. Try to aim some weakest one. So this weakest can kill. And then at least I will tank one tank hunters damage, and maybe this super heavy as well. So this inventory definitely do his job already. And then the super heavy is okay to stand there. You know. Then my two tank hunters, because this weak tank hunters is a little bit OP. That's what we want. So these two tank hunters will try to kill the super heavy and also kill one tank hunters for me. So that as long my super heavy standing, these archeries will do all the job to kill the other tank hunters and also the other two archeries. So let's see whether this formation work or not. If this formation doesn't work, it doesn't hurt me because I still have a lot of challenge. I just chill it out, play for fun. I just try to see how my formation works sometimes. So they start to kill my tank hunters. Definitely it's not good, but you can see I kill the super heavy super quick. So definitely I take this one tank hunters has my one of the tank as well. So my tanks die, but this super heavy also die. But my inventory is still take a little bit longer to stay, My super heavy is still there, so it's definitely good. Then my tank hunters start to work and they start to do everything to my super heavy. So my tank hunters and my archery is definitely fine. But it's very dangerous now because my tank hunters might die a little bit quicker because they have two archeries. I have one. Okay, I might lose here. I think I lose here. Yeah. Okay. Super surprised I still have a chance to win. I mean, it's super unfair because like one archery I can kill three guy. Super unreal. Because I have one archery left and he have three guy. He have three troops, like two archeries and one tank hunters. How can it be possible? It's like okay, super unreal. I mean, I prepared to lose there, but super unreal somehow. But like, that's the result. So this guy dropped a bit. I need to attack one more time this guy and then attack the other guy. So two of them will drop together, but still stay on the same position as they are now. That's what I try to do. But it's definitely hard because I'm not having the priority to kill. So I need to do something like this. And then if I do something like this, this tank hunter might try to kill my archeries. Yep. I can try. I mean, I like to play, for fun. So this tank hunter come to kill my archeries, definitely. Hopefully my tank hunters will do something, but no, he go for the super heavy, so my archeries will die. Definitely not the result I want. But at least you can see all my troops is working on one super heavy, so I take out this super heavy super quick. And this time this just take not a huge damage to kill my archeries. Hopefully my archeries still stay. So all of them start to help my archeries now. But my archeries is so dead now, it's so dead. Okay, at least take out this one. My archeries is left like 10%. Definitely not the best. Not the best for me. I should really save my archeries on the real one instead of put on the front. And my super heavy is so dead now. It's so dead. It really depends on this particular one tank hunters to do all the job. So I think I bet finally to this lose because my archery is so weak. And my tank hunters just can't kill the archeries. Okay, finally I lose this one. I mean, I give it back to this guy. I mean, I kill him once. So yeah, I mean, just test that particular setup. Definitely not hurt me a lot. As long as I can still stay on top one, So I just definitely do something like this, and it being so fine. Yeah. So we're having the same thing, but I just put my archeries to the rear. So my infantry definitely will die. But we'll take down the super heavy very quick. After that, we can take down the tank hunters a little bit quick, and you can see this tank hunter is kill my inventory. So at least I tank one tank hunter's damage, and you know, take down the other tank hunters super quickly, and then take the other tank hunters down also super quickly, and they also take my tank hunters down super quickly. But you know, my super heavy is still standing, and I still have one tank hunters. Definitely is a win. So the previous match, definitely I can take the win, but I just want to try to put the, you know, the archeries on the front just to see how the tank hunters react. But now I know, no, anything from the rear will just come to kill you. Yep. So we got it. The win. It's definitely just for a fun, you know, not anything deadly. But my point is so close to 3 gods, so I really need to, you know, get a few win. Yep. We just repeat the history, I guess. Like 2 tank hunters will kill this super heavy super quickly, and 2 tank hunters try to kill my infantry, and 2 archeries to kill my infantry as well. So my infantry will definitely die so quick, but his super heavy die first, and my infantry also die. And my super heavy is still standing. He have 2 tank hunters, so you know, as long as I take down the tank hunters, the opponents have no more tank. So I'll be easy to win because my super heavy is still brand new, you know, it's still brand new. Yep. It's a little bit unreal because my 1 archery can definitely kill 2 of the archeries. So with this tank hunters is standing here, definitely no way I will lose. You know, another tank hunters there. Alright, so we got it back. Little bit point. I still have to challenge. Okay, he dropped to 4th place. He dropped to 4th place, so I have to challenge this guy. Yep, the 3rd place guy. Okay. Okay, this guy have a little bit different setup. Definitely we want to, you know, swap it up. Okay, what I try to do here is that this inventory definitely will die. Definitely will die. But you know, as long as this inventory can tank these tank hunters, then he has basically done his job. And these 2 tank hunters will kill this super heavy super quickly. Then they will start to kill the other the tank hunters. My archeries will mainly focus on kill this inventory. If I put on the front, these archeries will kill. Let this inventory to kill me, so definitely that's not what I want. I think do something like this is, yeah, do something like this is much more better. Yep. So you can see my archeries will try to kill his inventory, and his true archeries will start to kill my inventory. Okay, my tank hunters, 1 tank hunters will kill his tank hunters. The other tank hunters try to kill his super heavy. That's definitely is, you know, very good for me. So my infantry die, but my infantry take all the damage. You can see nothing from me is really getting the damage. My super heavy have a little bit damage, but definitely after the heal is no problem. But you can see I take down all of their things super quickly. 1 tank hunters die, but that's fine. I still have another tank hunters doing the job. The most important, I have my archeries, my super heavy still there. So this match is super easy to win. Yep. Yeah, I think my super heavy will still done the job without my archeries. Okay, so we have to find the 3rd place again, right? Okay, I still have 2 challenges, so I have to challenge the 3rd and then challenge the 3rd again. Let me. Do I remember how to put it? All right, right. Yeah, I think I put something like this, right? Alright, so let's do it. Yep, so all of them basically will try to attack my inventory. So definitely the inventory done his job. As long as he take all the damage from the tank hunters, so the deadly tank hunters doesn't really, you know, put a lot of damage to my super heavy. That's what I want. You can see the tank hunters work on the super heavy super deadly, and then start to kill one of the tank hunters, and they also start to kill one of my tank hunters. But I know I already done the job. They have no more tank, I mean no inventory and no super heavy. That is very important. So this time try to kill my tank hunters first, but my super is standing there. Those two archeries definitely have no chance to kill my super heavy there. Yep. One skill, super is done. Yep. Half gone. Another half gone. One shot. Two shot. Okay. And we have to find the top 3 guy. Okay. Okay, this guy being top 3, this guy dropped a little bit too much. Definitely not what I want. But you know, we can't really control everything. A little bit too bad, I guess. Okay, let's see. I think this is definitely the same. You know, those two archeries. But we have to put 2 tank hunters on the left. The reason is because we need to kill everything from the left. Left is the the tank. And then we can put archeries on the front because here it doesn't have anything. So definitely this one will work. Yeah, this one will work. Yep. So my archeries will have a little bit quicker attack time than the opponent. You can see my charging already. They need to start to charge. And my tank hunters do a lot of damage to kill the heavy. And they still killing my infantry. So I will kill the heavy and then kill his tank hunters. And this super heavy also is dying. So finally they kill one of my infantry only and start to kill my tank hunters. Okay. So they have 1 tank hunters. As soon as I clear these tank hunters, definitely I'll have to win because my super heavy is still standing, brand new. Yep, done the job. Should be, yep. So my super heavy is there. So definitely they have no way to win me. Right. Right. Yep. Okay, done. Get a little bit point. It's a little bit too last point, you know. Okay, I stay on top 1 currently. But I still need to check. Should I really need to spend the ticket or not? The missions. Okay. Why have these kind of missions? Oh, this is the alliance mission. It's like nothing matter to me basically. Let's check my point. As long as I make sure that okay, 3 god have to at least beat me 2 times to being a top 1. This guy and this guy. I think I have to use 1 ticket to beat this guy. So this guy will go back to the same place. I try to make it a little bit fair after challenge everyone and all of them just stay back exactly the position they are, you know. Okay, let's do it. The reason I put the 2 tank hunters on the top is that I doesn't want my tank hunter to touch the infantry of the opponents, you know. So these 2 tank hunters will work on whatsoever, but not the infantry. You can see the tank hunters kill the super heavy and the other try to work on the tank hunters as well. They are not touching the infantry, but both of the enemy, everything of them try to kill my infantry as first. So that's what I really want, you know. Yep, my infantry successfully killed the infantry, but they take 2 archery to kill 1 infantry. That's why being a little bit too unfair, I guess. Okay, I guess we already know the result. And one skill from the Anthony. Yep, done. Alright, hopefully I went back to exactly the... Okay, too bad. This guy dropped a little bit too much because it's same point. He should be on the third, you know. Then I have to use my last ticket to attack this guy and he will drop again. Right. Yeah. He will drop 10 points. If he drop 10 points, he will drop below this guy. So I think just leave it. No. Because I really want to save my ticket for any emergency things. Then only use it. Right. Doesn't want to waste it. Alright, so do I have any question yet? No question. Okay, another things that I really want to So another things I really want to talk about is what we have in our alliance meal. Okay, so basically, if you're aware that when we change the alliance name, they always have an announcement. This meal is sent 3 hours ago. I didn't read it yet, so let's read it together now, and let's see what is really our leaders talk and announce to everyone. So this meal we have 61 thumbs up and 2 guys thumbs down. Not sure what is the meaning of up and down, but let's read it. Say many of you has been wondering what's happening Server-2. So this is what I have. I also wondering, and many of you might having the same question, So negotiations are underway with XYT. Yep. And over the last few days, I've spoken to many and taken opinions of many on the equities for HK. Okay. Then and the land and title we deserve. XYT idea of equity is a bit different than what is ours. That means there might be some technical problem. This is what he's trying to say, I guess. I continue to work with XYT to achieve the reasonable deal for all Server-2 alliance where all can be united, but I'm not going to wait any longer. United S2 was my idea and my goal from past over 6 months, and I worked hard towards it, but many have tried to sabotage it by one way or the other, including who is in XYT new leadership while they were busy killing PAGN and others. Proof is you all know what they were doing, right? What they're doing before this Moscow started. How they were burning our land everywhere, so we don't have members to join us. Reduce our chance of winning the SVS. But this time I'm going to make the first step toward change. We will be working for solely S2. We will be working for the people of Server-2 because I think they deserve better and not a mess. There's a S2 name in this Moscow. If need to be #XK, well, work alone. And with all the allies and ready with edges to move forwards, deal or no deal, present to you. S2H hopes the first Server-2 united server for all to join, for all to unite. Okay. I'm not sure why there's 2 thumbs out, but definitely it's very basic thing. After talking so much, it's just saying that it's just a united Server-2 alliance has been formed, and so that everyone can start to work together by now, and so that everything from previous is the past. Currently we have this new start from now on, and then yep, and so that everyone can start to work together. So I think that's what is really passing the message. Instead, let's see the word chat. Okay, I don't think anyone really talk anything in the word chat, right? And I can't really understand what they really talking about. So I think I would just say the same like what the leader say. Present you the S2H, and so that the Server-2 united server, the Server-2 united alliance, so everyone can start to work on it by now. And I think it's a good way to just present the name now, instead of everyone asking what is that, S2H recently, like no one really know what's happening. So I try my best to keep everyone updated, whatever we have. So tomorrow after the reset time, then the settlement will be captured, because you can see the shield time is still 1 day. So after that, Moscow is definitely ended, because after the settlement, basically nothing much you can do. And then the Moscow will end another 10 days something. So we'll still have one battle honor event. If you know that, next week the battle honor event will have a steel fighter statue. So it's not universe statue we used to get, but this is for steel fighter. So if anyone is not maxed out the steel fighter yet, then you can start to work on it to win the event. But if you already max her out, it's definitely no point for you to win that event. I mean, I have a lot of statue. I will just show you how much statue I have. I can max out War Machine another time because I have 651. Jack Spanner is a little bit normal, 100 over, but I doesn't know why I got 131 Huntsman. Like, why? Bird Mary is 166. It's understandable because Mary is free, Jack is free. We can get it from the mission, and then a White Wolf. White Wolf currently I have I can't see how much. A little bit weird. Then other statue is from the token and everything. But it's a little bit funny that I have so much of this War Machine that I really can max him again, like twice. And then I doesn't know why I have Huntsman. Maybe the previous Moscow I win and got the Huntsman thing. That's why it doesn't really need it. Like, it's like a junk in your bag at worth nothing. That's why if you really max this steel fighter, then it doesn't need to win the next battle honor event, because definitely it doesn't give you any benefit. You can just skip the next battle honor event and wait for another battle honor event that give you something that worth something. But you can see my steel fighter is not yet maxed out. I still have a second skill and the third skill to be maxed. That's why I have to work on her a little bit more. So I'm not sure if I have enough time to update all the hero, like how to max them out. But I will just take this time to tell, if anyone work on steel fighter, you can't one shot to max her out. So I tell you how to max her out is the best. The first one, you always want to max the first skill, because the first skill will be continuously give you additional of 15,000. 1500 shield that for 5 seconds. So it's every 8 seconds will be activated one time. So it's good. So you max, and then after the unlock skill will become 2000. That's basically what is it. Then the second one you want to max is the fourth skill to get the resistance, and also the 8% resistance, and also some of the 15% HP to make your super heavy a little bit stronger. And then after that you want to max this resistant blast damage for this tank. That's what I'm doing. I have this one max, and then max on the fourth skill, and then maxing the third skill. I'm not putting anything on the second skill because the second skill looks like a super cool skill to max it out, because it's a passive and you will buff anything, because it doesn't say that have to be tank. This one also doesn't say that you have to be tank. So you can basically put this hero on, put this officer on artilleries or anything else, because it will work. And then the attack buff will work as well. But the third and the fourth skill is mainly for tank. You can see it's mainly for tank. So if they are not tank, definitely they will not getting the effect. So that's what I try to put her on my super heavy currently. But if you max the second skill, you can definitely put on the artilleries, or put on anything else like ATG or anything as you like. The reason is because she having some very funny skills that when garrisons, they say when garrison. That means if someone try to siege your base and your super heavy is going up to fight all the time, then this skill is definitely not working, because you have to have her inside your base. Because say when garrison, base damage received from the officer skill is reduced 30%. That means you need to put her on one of your arteries inside your base. That's how you get that 30%. The 30% is what make her OP sometimes. and so that this particular 15% being a little bit more useful, and the 1, 3, 4 skill being very useless because they just doesn't give you anything. But of course, if you run the army group, you can swap her instead of using the angel. It's just up and down things. But you have to be sure and confirm what you are doing. I mean, you have to know what you are doing. If someone try to siege your base, or you try to put your base on the defense mode, definitely want her on something else that will not move out from your base. If you move out from your base, then her skill will not work. That's what you would have to be careful. Okay, so if anyone have any question, can basically ask now. But instead of these very quick updates, I just want to say, Chinese New Year happy, and also nothing much I can do as usual, because after you have the big trees in your Moscow, it's basically nothing much you can do. Instead of you just chase all this the build point to gather some of the build rewards. I think here you have a lot of space that can help to do the build. By just being a little bit lazy to follow the build, that's why I doesn't really care. But of course, if you are free to play, you want to gather whatever reward you can get in the game, because the more you play, the more you grind, the better you will get. But if you being lazy, that is what that is what everyone know. Lazy won't get you much more. And this particular mission is definitely good to do. Every single time I try to complete it, because it's just good, But I think this live stream is mainly present you the final deal. I mean the conclusion, and everyone start to working on Server-2 finally. After a long discussion in Server-2, and so that we finally have something working out, and so that everyone can start to happy about the future of Server-2. So I'm not, I mean, at this point of time, I'm not 100% sure that I will leave the server yet, but maybe, because the thing is just started. Not, I mean, a lot of things won't be changed like overnight or 1 or 2. Definitely everyone have to start to working on it now and see what is the really future on this server. I mean, a lot of server also might face exactly the same fate as the server getting tight and very tight, and most of the players start to change game or quit the game. That is just the fate of whatever game, So it's just a progress. Every server might face the same thing. So it's also good to learn from whatever we have, and also get a little bit more improvement as well. Okay, let me check. I think there is someone try to inform me of the comments. It is not working on the live stream. I'll check now just to make sure it works, because I seen someone try to ask something. Okay, I just check this commenting. I think it's supposed to be work fine. And I just turn off the slow mode so anyone can just spam the command as you like. I mean as you like. Yep. But unfortunately, if there's nothing much to do in this stream, I have definitely nothing to do as well. So let me try to find if there is any there is anything I can do in the game. I just doubt I can find anything to do because I just being a little bit lazy, you know, currently. Yeah, hello. Welcome to BBQ live stream. What can I do? Definitely. I mean, I can just jump somewhere to kill someone, and then you know, jump whatever because I have so many allies. The problem is where to jump. Okay, we have one target there, but just a little bit too far away. I would want to find someone, what do you call that, near. Kill bunker. Yeah, I did that missions already, so doesn't need to kill any bunker. I mean, kill bunker is so boring. Basically, I want to do one particular task, and I really wanted to do that task a long time ago, but because I doesn't have that opportunity to do, that's why I have so much delay time. I mean, in my account, it doesn't have everything, so you know, sometimes I want to test something. It's also take time to build that things up, so that I only can test it on particular time. So hard to find any target. So hard to find. I mean, without target, I can't even test. Yeah, I mean, I have account in Rise of Kingdom, definitely, but it's just so boring to play Rise of Kingdom. The reason is because if you just what do you call that? All your troops die, definitely can just delete the game, or you can just start the game again. It's not like Warpath. You can just, you know, wait a bit more or just farm back what you have. In Rise Kingdom, if your troops die, you can definitely quit the game and call it a day. Okay, we have so much land. Find some target. Okay, here we have one target. Let's see, is it a strong target or not? Okay, we have no health. So it's wasting my time just to go there, you know, one hit him and he just die. Okay, we have another target here. It's the same thing. That's why it's like so hard to find a target. Even you found a target, it's really no point. They are like one hit die base there. That's why nothing much really we can do, I would say here. What's that? Okay. Definitely I doesn't want to go here. The reason is because we have so many people to hunt the same target over and over. So if I go there, it's like, you know, being disturbed others people try to prime the point. Because I doesn't really need the point, basically. I really want to do this test. Okay, we have another target. Okay, we have another one hit die. It's like so hard to find a target. right? That's what happening if you know, after the Moscow settled down, is what is really happening. That's why if the opponent is not give up and keep on coming back, it's definitely a good thing for everyone, so that you can play more. Otherwise, it's just a little bit too boring, I guess. Okay, I have something to do, so I have to put a break here. I mean AFK. Oh wow.
You told me this would be rock and roll. Is the world after the war gonna be so exciting? told me this would be rock and roll. Is the world after the war gonna be so exciting?
Okay, so I'm back here. Right. I think everyone already read that, so just get off this. And let's see what I can pull up something. Let's see. I have everything, so I doesn't really need. My current ranking is a little bit low on 31. So the top one is a little bit too high on 13,000 points. Otherwise, I might try to get up to the top. But really just not worth it, I guess. But somehow, let's check the ranking. Somehow another allies have a little bit more points than us, like 45, like 15,000 extra points. A little bit funny. But it doesn't give statue, just go, 500 gold, it doesn't really worth it that way. Q help. Let's see what. I mean, it's the same thing. We have more and more members to come over here. It'll be funny. But at least, everyone try to work on this thing. It's good. And definitely have some BQ. Right, the Dark Prince, I think he's one of the top guys as well. Definitely not an easy target. So this guy is on red. Okay. Let me try to find a base that I can siege, so that I can try to test something out. Remember, here I have one target, right? Or a little bit far away. Let's see whether he have HP or not. Okay, this guy. Okay, almost brand new base. Okay, let's try to move over here. And then we have to move our base up there, a little bit far. I think it's fun, I just want to test something out. So I take this opportunity to test it out. Yep, already here. And set up the base. The first thing I need to send out all my truck. So my truck is not on idle. Let's start to work, I need a lot of oil and some of the steel as well. Why they are being okay. Yep. Alright, so then I just relocate my base and there. I think the game keep on updating and updating. Now maybe we have a smooth game, but recently doesn't have a big war, so I doesn't really know, is it a smooth one or not. But what I try to test now is not about the game, it's about the unit that I want to test. So I try to stay next to this guy, possible. So we have to wait a bit more. It's 31 km. So I think about 5 minutes will be done, or 3 minutes. Just wait a bit here and there. Yeah, my rocket moved a little bit too quick, I guess. I hope that he not coming out and start to kill my rocket. Like unnecessary die. Stay a little bit far, I guess. Yep, and then have my base continue to move somewhere there. Alright, so we'll just wait for it. I will have this zoom up screen so I can see if anyone move across to my side, then I can start to kill them. Okay, so we are almost there. Then I can start my testing there. Yep. So let's move all our troops to be inside, and so that we won't be that base. So this guy is currently on 75.3 million power. So definitely not a weak base, but also not a super strong base. But what I have to test today is not about that particular things. I want to test this on this armor, and I only want to test this particular armor instead of test every single one. Right. So yep, I have to reset that one. Wait for it, the render things. Okay. So that I can restore the armor. Okay, let's get back every single things that I have. Dismantle some of the parts as well. Now I'll put this armor back. Yeah. Okay, so train this one. This one doesn't need to train, I guess. So let's upgrade this one to be the max one. Okay, so I think this test might be a little bit complicated. So I try to make it a little bit easier to understand, I guess. Now we have 200 level. But okay, let's max all these modify as well. I don't think I'm able to max all, but I think that is still enough, It's almost a max out. Almost, not all. Yeah, another big problem is that this is not a 7-star. I really need to make this as a 7-star. Arcs wise, I think okay. Firepower and then another firepower, I guess. Right. Yep. It's currently on. Okay, we're still so far away. Let me upgrade this guy as well. Okay. This one. Alright, done. Another thing I need to check is do I have enough sampling? Okay, you can see I have nothing. Just one more. One more, I can get it to 7-star. That's why I really want to wait a bit more or less, so that I can upgrade this guy and to do the test. But I really want to know the answer now. That's the reason I really want to, do the test now instead of keep on waiting. Okay, let's change this one to this one. Yeah, and I can max that as well. Right, I can max that as well. Okay, put some box. This one. This one. This one. I mean, it's random, should be okay. Okay. Not on the best one, but I think it's enough. It's enough. Okay, the reason is because I want to have the Liberty camp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then supposed to have 6. Should I change this? Since I'm not using, so I can change this one. I can upgrade this one to level 60 as well. So I should have 6 Liberty camp buff to test. But definitely not a main reason. So I mean, yeah, just leave it. Just leave it. I doesn't need the max camp buff. I mean, camp buff I can test it later on, but not now. Now I just mainly want to know the bomber things. Right. So now the bomber we have the eagle and also golden. But one of the problem is that the eagle might give us double damage of critical and then critical. No. That's one of the biggest problem. We might affect the testing. So before we do the testing, we really have to remove all the officer so that we can test it a bit easier. The first thing first, we have to know that you can see okay, I have to really train my troops. So I will see just to make sure how many grade we have on our base, just to make sure. Today the testing of this clan is all about we have these particular things. When we try to siege the base, the damage is reduced to 60% from 100%. You can see if we just attack any personnel or vehicle is 273k, but if you attack a structures, we are being so little, like reduce the damage, being 60% damage. But the reason is because this particular bomber, the Liberty one, is attack a 7th grade, So that's what I have to test today. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So the base is exactly the 7th grade. So that if we put somewhere around here, it's exactly the 7th grade. So I just put it out and then do it a siege with one time. Okay, so I will just put it back. I die 1. It should really not have anything die, but this base may be a little bit too strong. Kill my armor there. Okay, so the next thing is that, yep, this is the battle report. Kill 1 of my bomber. So we have the damage of 656, right? Yeah, this is what I want. I mean, die a bit, it's okay. Not something badly. This is the 7th grade we have of 1 time damage. Now we'll try to attack here. Attack here is only like 1 grade only. If you check on this side, it's like these 2 sides is definitely not affected by the base. Only this 1 grade is affected by the base. So I just attack here. So it should be only like 1 grade. So let's see what's the result. And we call it back after 1 drop. Yep, 1 drop already. And we just call it back. And I die 1 like again, right? No. Okay. Alright. And let's wait for the battle reports. Alright, we have a battle report. So you can start to see, yeah, this is what I try to prove to say that the Liberty Bomber is based on 7th grade, 7th grade and the 1 grade. So it's definitely a huge difference. So now let's put officer in. Put this officer in as well. Then we do another 7th grade damage. I'll just call it back after 1 bomb. Yep, and just call it back. Alright, done. So I will upload this one to let anyone that not understand how the Liberty Bomber work. Definitely, I mean, finally I do this test and everyone should understand how it work. Okay, so you can see the damage being like a double damage. The reason is because the eagle and then the golden, I mean, 2 of them also buff a lot of to the bomber, like the damage things, and then increase the firepower things, any other things. I'm not really sure how the things work, but the battle report just tell us from no officer we deal about 656, and 1 grade is around 100k, and then with the officer we can deal 1.26, almost a double, almost a double of what we have. So I just try one more time that remove the officer to deal the 7th grade again, just to make sure the result is exactly the same. Okay, die 1 again. Okay, wait for the battle reports. Okay, we have the battle reports, right? So you can see it's exactly the same. So each and every time is exactly the same damage from what we have from the first time. And then based on how many grade you touch on the base, you will attack how many damage. So 7 grade is the middle of the base. If you aim somewhere else, like 2 grade or 3 grade, then like if I am, let's say I am here, so one time I press the return, right? But this time I have officer, so it's definitely different. But it's not the full damage we have, it's not the full damage we have, because I am like on this side is like a 3 grade or 2 grade. I'm not really sure. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's a 4 grade. It's a 4 grade. So let's see the damage. Okay, this time it's a little bit higher. So you can see it's a little bit funny. The reason because with the eagle, you can definitely have a double damage, and every single time is very different damage. That's why I have to remove the officer to do the damage testing to tell you how it work. So maybe I have to just to show you, to prove that, to have no officer, so the double damage things doesn't affect, and then we can attack here. The same thing we have, right? Yep, return. So we have this battle report is from the previous one. It's still a little bit low, 1.26, and we have this one 1.26 as well. Okay. But this one is a little bit funny. We have 1.89. That means we get the double damage somehow. So this one, you can see it's a little bit lower. Based on 4 grade, we have 400 over. That's why with the officer, definitely we have better damage. So I will just swap the officer to see if there are any effect changes. Like on the second, and the first one is golden. Let's see what we have this time. Okay, call it back. Alright, so let's wait for the battle reports. Okay, we have a little bit different 1.4 mil instead of 1.26. So I'm not really sure how to test it correctly, but definitely you want to try to swap your officer most of the time. And because of the eagle have sometimes give you some double damage of the critical strike. That's how the damage keep on changing all the time. But we can just try one more time to see if it keep on 1.4 or back to 1.26. Then we'll know the difference, whether we get the double damage or not. Because the base damage from the officer we have is 1.26. Okay, we have someone moving there. It's like, okay, I try to move over. I mean, really no point for me to kill this guy because kill base doesn't give me point. But I just do for fun, I guess. I can't use my armor, otherwise the report being a little bit different, Okay, if I have the rocket, it's even more easier to kill this base, I guess. Oh, they changed the things, because usually we chase the base, all our skill will be reset, but now they just let us continue. That's how we can kill the truck now. Okay, just let it be. That guy is not my target. What I want to do is test the bomber. So let's wait for the battle report, and the battle report come a little bit quicker than we have from last time, I guess. Let's see. Alright, finally we have it. We can just look at the the armor. So you can see the base damage is 1.4 million. If we have eagle on the front, and then it's 1.26. So, but when we do something like this, give us 1.8 something. So I would just try to swap back eagle on the front, armor on the second. I'll just do one more time on this side and see what it does. And press return. Okay. Yep, return. Okay, then swap the golden on the first and eagle on the second. Let me just try to test if the officer version is different. Okay, somehow we have better damage, 2 point something even, better than the 1.8. So more grade might not equal to more damage, but the double damage somehow affected better, I guess. Yeah, a little bit funny, but I'm not sure how it worked like that. Okay, getting it back. Okay, we have 1.94, so it's definitely better to have golden first and then second with this eagle. Really not sure how it work on the 7th grade. Like how can the 7th grade having the damage is lower than the 4th grade, right? Definitely make no sense. So that's why I have to keep on testing. Maybe some others angle will give us more damage than the middle one. That's what I suspect. Yeah, now give us a little bit too less, not even a millions damage. So I think everyone learned a lot from this, and yep, that's what I want to do. Yeah, I think that's all for today's live stream, and thanks everyone for watching. If you have questions, you can just definitely ask me anytime you like. Yeah, since I'm here, can I just test this space as well? Like everyone know Jack and then the Angel is the best, you know. So maybe you can test this as well. Yeah. So I will just let's see what defense do he have. So we have ATG, definitely will kill us. Okay. Let's see. I mean, this is the current best setup without the steel fighter. Then the next one, I will try to use the steel fighter and see which one being better. Move over here. Yep, can you attack? What? Okay, can you attack? Okay, so I just let my super tank die the whole things and see compared to the steel fighter and see which one is better. Wow, it's go down so quick. Okay, just go down super quick. And I will I'll have to put the steel fighter here. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the max one, but it's just comparison, you know, just a comparison. But we have to wait a bit for this super heavy to come out. So before we go in to check this report, I just want to do both testing together, and then we can just take a look about the report together. Yep. Someone else already helped there. Whoa. But we have so many allies already here. That's why having allies is so good. Where's the place? So a little bit far away. Okay, so I might have to swap back 2, 4. I have to swap back my plane, I guess. How do I do that? Right. Get this one. And have this one. Oh, I can't have this one. Yeah. And restore. So you can see I mainly just get it for testing. Doesn't really need it. Okay, then have it back here. Can train it, and then I have to max this first. And max this one. Almost back to the max level. Okay. Then we can max this as well. Firepower and then another firepower. And patience. So I think I'd be happy to have a 2 testing today, so that we know the result. And the last time we do test the inventory as well, so I need a little bit more time to, do that, and then put it on the publish as well. But whoever watched the live stream, they already know the result. I think that's much more easier. Okay. Yep, finally we have our super heavy done. So I just move exactly the same grid. Yep. Then press attack as well. Yep. Let's see what is the result this time. Okay, also down a little bit quick. I think we might have a little bit tankier than the angel, I guess. Okay, still die. Right. Okay, so it's a time to check both report. So this is a 6-minute go. This is a 1-minute go. We'll check this one first because this the angel one. We have 18 seconds. We only can stand 18 seconds, and then we have 24.2 million suffer. Okay, so we have to check this one with the steel fighter. Okay, we have 18 seconds also. We have 24.8, so 24.2 and 24.8. So this one have a little bit better. And then my steel fighter is still not maxed out yet. That's why the new setup might be the steel fighter is a little bit better, because currently we have 1005 with the shield. If I max her out, it will become 2000, and then we have another additional 10% of the blast damage resistant as well. So I think this one is super clear that we should have this setup, but we still have to consider how to put this girl inside our base to have the the flexibility as well. So hopefully this is really a good testing, so everyone know how they work. So before end of this live stream, I'll do one more test of this bomber. Just do one bomb. Yep. And go back. Just mainly compare normal bomber versus the Liberty. What is the damage we have, right? So being a little bit easier to understand what is really happening. Okay, so we still have to deal with 1.76 on the damage, but you have to remember that the comparison of what I have, this one is 7.1 star, this is 6.1, and then this one I have max out my modifications. The Liberty, I didn't have the last level to max out the firepower. So that's the main difference. Okay, so next time when I have the 7-star Liberty or 7.2 star, then I will definitely try to do the test again. I think this is really all for today's live stream, and hopefully everyone learned one or two things. And once again, say goodbye and thanks for everyone for watching.